Hey, you got time for a quick chat?
Hi, what is good? It's been a minute since I've been able to do these. I've tried to film a few, but I just kind of, I did not like how they came out. But I got my little snacky snack. So get y'all's, get ready. Today we're gonna be talking about like how to be original. Get you a snack, get you a little agua, a little tea, a little whatever is your choice of beverage, because we are about to yap, okay? Period. Period. Ooh. Okay. Ooh, girl, I have a lot of stuff open. 1 second. Today I'm gonna be doing a mood board, and the mood board I'm creating is for a project I'm starting. It is for a jewelry brand. The whole idea is to use Black culture to kind of sell the jewelry and sell to that audience, obviously Black women and men, and I still wanted to feel luxury. So that's just the overall goal. I'm not trying to, I guess it's not spec work because it's not like for anybody. It's literally for myself to show myself that I can produce and do like a full branding start to finish, even executing production parts. This topic, it came about because not Dre, a homegirl on the YouTube had commented on like a post that I made where I was like, what should I talk about in the next design in Yap? And she was they just dumped. Like, somebody must have fell up there. Anyways, or she mentioned that I should talk about the whole trend, like the Lizzie McGuire, the voiceover trends and things like that. So, share my opinion. So, if you haven't seen on TikTok, child, or even Instagram, all that stuff, there has been a lot of motion and talks and things going on with I really like this. A lot of people literally making the same video over and over again. Now, in my opinion, this is not anything new. A lot of people make the same videos over and over. Oh, I like this font. I don't know like the direction yet. I'm gonna be going back and forth here, y'all, so forgive me. I also have this book. Hold on. I have this coffee table book. It's ice cold. It's by Vicky Toback. Very dope book. It is full of pages. Oh, hell no. Okay. And it emphasizes jewelries. Like, it has the 1990s. You guys can't see all the way. But yeah, it has the 1990s, like cool pages like this. And so this is definitely a big inspiration. I'll probably be flipping through this a little bit more. I used to have this page open on the counter or whatever. It's stuff on it. That's how you know I had this page open for a long time. But basically this is like the inspiration. And so I kind of want to follow the roots here with this. They don't really have much. Look at Plies. Oh, Furl and Tyler Creator. Anyways, they don't have much. It's a coffee table book. They don't got much text or anything like that. I'm probably gonna read a few of like the introduction parts, cause that's where all the text is at, as you can see. But yeah, this is like a part of me finding inspiration for projects, especially when it comes to culture and using culture in my projects and things like that, and for clients as well. I'm really excited. This is about to be fire. I know it is. So yeah, this is definitely gonna be a big reference. What was I saying? So yeah, these trends came about. The Lizzie McGuire trend was exactly what you couldn't imagine. It's basically this girl, she had created a vlog or whatever. She made that vlog. Literally not even 8 hours the next morning, everybody named Mama had Lizzie McGuire vlogs, videos popping up on their feed everywhere. Everybody was doing it. And this is the same with the narrator trend, where you have like some British guy narrating, which I wish people would use other, I know they probably don't have it, but it would be cool to like use other voices, like you know how what's his name, Metro Boomin, he uses Morgan Freeman, I think, on all his like intros and outros of his songs, like stuff like that. Like that would be tight. I feel like let's go harder if we're about to go there. So not even after so long, but so quickly, everybody started to see. I kind of like this, but everybody started to see a lot of the same videos, and it got to a point where like people were using the same like cursive font. It'll go like this: this is Nakia, da-da-da, cursive font, and or it'll be like, this is Nakia, da-da-da, cursive font. No, it's Nakia. And then the fact that I could act it out is too much. Girl, literally they had these videos rolling and going through the For You page, and I don't blame nobody. I'll be honest. I can understand as a creator, and trying to be on the influencer side of things and just trying to post content, stay on the trends, if you will. That whole thing, it is, I like this, hold on, sorry. My mind is in two places, but I like this kind of regular items mixed with the jewelry. I definitely want to do that, but I want to make sure that the items reflect back to Black culture. At the end of the day, it's social media, and these days, in this time, 2025, social media is just like that, unfortunately. It's unfortunate, but yeah, think about it. Since TikTok has came out, it has solely, one app has solely changed the trajectory of social media, and like where it was even probably headed, or even how things are done. Everybody has now mimicked and took and redesigned the basis of TikTok. Even Spotify dang near trying to do it now. Like I've seen like scrolling pages. I don't know if that's the addictive part of just being able to like scroll next video, but everybody has that same design feature. You have to think about it. TikTok started off with trending sound. Like that wasn't even a vocabulary word for us in this space. What trending sounds like at first, it was like, oh, this song is going viral, let me do my little dancey dance to it, learn the routine, post it, have fun. Now it's gotten to a point where I feel like there are now equations. Like I say equations because if your video doesn't look step by step like somebody else's, it most likely won't get on the feed. And I say this because it is very true. Like nowadays, algorithms and things, they push more than just the sound. Like it is the text, the way you have the edit, the sound, the voiceover, the captions, the look, the feel, even the same type of formatting sometimes, especially like those cinematic people that do stuff. Like all of it is such a formula. It is crazy. Like it is actually kind of crazy. I get it though, babe. Like if you are trying, and that's your goal, and you're trying to do that, I would think the same way. I'd be like, oh shoot, like this is trending, that's cool, like let me do one, boom, boom, boom. And if you see other people, not only that original creator posted it and it went viral, but if you see other people using and doing that same trend and it becoming a trend and that same edit, why would I not? Like, why would I not? Do I love it? No. You know, but I also felt the people that had a lot to say on the situation of like, dang, y'all, can y'all do something new? Can y'all like at least try to change the font or whatever? Because it is kind of like weird for me to see the same video over and over again, like as a viewer, and seeing the same edit be used, all the things. Like, what are we doing this for? I don't think people even sometimes realize that they do it because it doesn't even come off that way to them, how it's coming off to me or how I'm understanding it. If that makes sense. Like how I'm telling y'all and how I'm explaining how I view it is not how everybody views social media at all. Like, people just see it and be like, oh, that's cool, let me do it. Like, da da da, or this is a trend, let me do it. Like, duh, because that's how social media has gotten. So it's like more so just like, oh, I'm just following the trend, I'm just doing it. Oh, this ease. I do want to, oh, this is like, what's her face from the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. But it's like different. It's really, okay, that's cool. But I really want to, I love this picture. I'm sorry. Let me stop trying to talk and do this. Put something on the board, babe. Oh yes, this is exactly, we're headed in the right direction now. I just want to get some pictures on the board to get me going. With those two trends like coming up, I think this has been like 3 weeks ago now. I have noticed that people are still using these same edits and stuff, but they're doing it in a more different way. Like, people are at least trying to be different. They're trying to use it in different ways and tell their own different stories and stuff, instead of literally doing the same vlog, the same intro, the same text and things like that. But like I said, I've seen this across the board, not just with these two trends, but with different vloggers. Like, that same whoosh sound, that same yellow text. I've even done a lot of this trend stuff as well, like, because like I said, when you see stuff working for 500 people, quite literally, and you see like, oh, da da da, you kind of just be like, well, let's shit, like let me do it too. Like, it is not even on some copying type of time. It's literally like, is it copying if literally 1,000 people just posted like this already? I need to take the background out of this photo. I need to make it transparent, but I will do that later. I'm gonna keep looking and dump it. Back it up and dump it. Back it up and dump it. Like, I've seen people literally, how do you say? Like, they have kind of followed the equation until they got to that point where they're like, this is what I really want to do. This is how I'm gonna make my content now. This is how I'm gonna do this. Because now they got the following, they got the brand, they got the stuff, you know, which I get. Like, it's a smart move. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. How you got mosaic? I've never seen nothing like that. That is tight. And what does it say? Oh, age well, period. Okay. To the board. Not Kaisnat. How do y'all feel about streaming university? I need to comment down below, please. I need to know. I was watching like clips. I don't get on Twitch. I swear to you, the day I get on, it's over. I'm gonna be like, they got us all, y'all. Back to the topic at hand. I wish sometimes we could go back to like social media before TikTok, at least before TikTok. But I also know that TikTok was such a pivotal moment, and it has now even created I can't even talk. It has created even more of an economy out of this whole thing. It has created more brands, it has created more jobs, it has created more influencers and stuff. Like, it's changed a lot of people's lives, like a lot of people. So I don't want to discredit it at all. Oh, I love this. Like I said, even my tail has fell in line, and I still, you know, try to do stuff that is somewhat trendy. But sometimes it is so bad to the point where sometimes if I even try to do some type of different idea that I have, it might not be 100% original, and I'll get into that next, but like something just different. I think that I even sometimes psych myself out of being like, nah, that's not cool because like it doesn't look like ABC, and meanwhile I should be focused because I'm on XYZ. No, y'all are probably gonna think I'm crazy. That just came off the dome for real. That was really funny. Okay. But I'm serious, like, it sometimes, like, it is been so bad where I'm like creating something, I'm like, is this cute, y'all? Like, is this nice? Like, or am I psyching myself out? Like, the YouTuber Kyra, I'm unique. She always says, like, don't let your mind trick you out of your spot. And sometimes I do. Like, I let it trick me out because I'm like, oh, like, it doesn't look like, it doesn't da-da-da. Meanwhile, I should just put it out. I should just execute it. Just finish it first and see, you know? And so, like, don't just stop at the idea because it's not, you know, coming out or looking or feeling like this and this and that that's already been done. Like, who cares? Like, you gotta at least finish it and see what people think to even know what could happen, you know? The reason that those two pieces even trended is because it's not even anything new, clearly. Like, the voiceover trend came from movies, the Lizzie McGuire, and it's like literally nothing new. However, what is new is bringing that same feel, that same edit, that same cadence to a short form platform on your phone, that it makes it feel new, if you get what I'm saying. So how do I say? Como se dice? Familiar. Yes, that's the word I'm looking for. Familiar. And the owner of Topicals, she actually, I was listening to a podcast with her on it, and she talked about this book called it's called Hitmakers. Oh, thank you, God. Oh, the Church Fan. Oh, Dominoes. Oh, I'm getting all types of ideas. Bro, why did I think he was in a church choir robe? I was like, not a money spread in the choir. A book about, like, basically how to get stuff to sell, and things like that. And the first, like, chapter of the book, it talks about familiarity, if I'm saying that word right, because that is a big word for Elmo. But it's about familiarity. Anyways, and it talks about how a lot of things that usually sell really well are familiar. The way he broke it down was like, even from back in the day with, like, I think the Beatles he mentioned, I think he mentions like a lot of other movies and things like that. And it still is the same thing today. A lot of things that we see, nothing is new under the sun. That is quite literally the most truest thing. It is the truest thing out here. The book goes into a deep dive of like how you can use familiarity to create new things and use that as like a core piece, almost like a hidden type of core piece that a lot of people it'll just tickle their brain in a sense. Oh, that brings back memories. Okay. Oh, speaking of this, don't judge me, but when I was young, let me know if y'all ever did this, or this was just like, I grew up in Oakland. Like, so back in the day, me and my family, we would make like these popsicles out of like the ice tray, and like this is so funny. So you know how you have like a regular ice tray, and then we would pour whatever juice or even soda sometimes into the ice tray, put it in the freezer, but also you put toothpicks in each one, and then put it in the freezer, and it'll make like little popsicles of the juice or whatever. Oh, my favorite thing. Like, I could not tell you how many times I busted a whole tray down. We in there. Get in there. Let me make sure. It's not as clean. Wow. I think I need to go over grandma's hands a little bit more. We'll do it later. Familiarity is used today a lot. And I talked about this actually on my Instagram. I made like a reel about it. And I talked about how, ooh, this eats all of these. I talked about how like Victoria Monet uses I won't say she uses Familiarity, but everybody does. But her song is very familiar because it's sampled. Even though it might not be familiar to everybody, I think when you do it right, it will resonate with anybody, no matter if it's familiar or not. Ideas can be stemmed from anything, anywhere. It's simply how you decide and how you draw inspiration. Oh, that's fire. Personally, for me, and how I pretty much learned in college is and this is how to get, or how to at least try to get original ideas. It's not easy, but basically how I learned is to just find things that you like, right? Anything. Find things that you like. And simply try to find different elements and different parts, like break stuff down. So sometimes like I'll give fashion examples just so I can keep it broad, but like in fashion, you can dissect a fashion show, right? Or especially with styling, I would do this a lot. Let's just say Calvin Klein, when it was 205 West something New York City, when it was that was the whole name, child. I remember we were dissecting the show, and the show was inspired by Jaws, I believe. Let me look it up so I can show y'all. Yes, exactly this. So that, even there, him doing that is already like an example of what I'm talking about, like how you can take ideas and bring them into different worlds. But as you can see, Jaws don't got nothing to do with fashion, and especially at Calvin Klein. And so, I'm so excited to tell you guys this. As you can see, everything is so intentional here, and he brought it into the fashion world. It is a whole movie. This is really a really great fashion show. Every detail is so the red carpet for blood, the blue background, the ocean, the rips. Like, I don't know if you can see, but she has literally bite marks in her clothes to imitate that whole feel. The wet hair, the scuba suit material, even how this is very familiar to, I don't, if you guys have seen surfers with like half on, half off their like jumpsuit things that they would surf in, like stuff like that. It is so, like, they really researched and brought one whole entire world into a new one. It is not easy to do. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. The way I'm talking about it makes it seem like so obvious, I feel like, but it is not easy to do. It is not easy to mesh worlds or bring together things, but when it's done intentionally, when it's done with research in mind, with actual care, and not just trying to do something just to do it, I think it really shows and it stands out. I just love what he did. This is just one example, and I still remember it to this day because I did like a whole trend analysis thing on it, and that's why I can still give the example. The reason I remember, because it was the big pivotal moment for me, how I was like, oh, I got it. Like with styling, especially, I was on that trajectory at the time, but I can even use it, and I still use it in my branding and stuff to this day. What I did was I started researching more about like divers and scuba divers, and then I came across this article. These women, I don't know their, like, the terminology of like how to pronounce this. They have a name, but anyways, they are older women in Korea, and they dive for fish, and they're all older women, just badass. Okay, the brief of the shoot that I was doing was to create a photo shoot inspired by women, because it was kind kind of like if you were to say like spec work for this magazine right here, actually, The Gentlewoman. It's been around for a minute. So basically I was kind of doing like a spec editorial, like just an editorial inspired by this magazine. They highlight a lot of women and do really great editorials. So I found these women. I said, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So cool. So I researched about them and just like the layers they had. As you can see, very similar to the Calvin Klein thing. And so taking some of those Calvin Klein aspects that they had in their styling, like with the wet hair, with the different materials, the layers and things like that. I also brought in a third inspiration of just women that I genuinely looked up to and loved, and I had all of that. If I have the images of the sketchbook, I'll put them here as well. This is how I kind of was able to take two things and make it into one, basically, and make it to like into a creative idea. This is so random. Like, how would I even come across this? Research. I'll just put it on the screen how the images kind of came out for the photo shoot. Like I said, I'm not that in love with it anymore, and I wasn't back then as well. I just felt that some things could have been better, but child, listen, it's over now. I will say, I feel like this takes a certain eye to catch. It's almost like going to the thrift store. It's almost like going to the thrift store and being like, trying to look at stuff, and you have to be able to see something and be like, this is cute. But yeah, that's how an idea came about, and this is how I did a lot of my projects. This is how I work till this day. I work like this, and yeah, I feel like I just shared a big secret. I feel like it could help a lot of people. I really am pro do whatever the F you want and create however the F you want to create. Let me research my own stuff. I have to start basic. Where did grills come from? Or like, how did grills start? And this was from 2014. See, the internet, lovely. There's so many databases, so many archives out there where people have scanned stuff and digitized it. Like, girl, you know, Kim Kardashian said, y'all don't want to work? No, y'all don't want to read. Y'all don't want to read. Read, girl. I need to read, actually. So yeah, as the ever-present grills may seem today, mouth bling isn't new, and it wasn't new when Nelly started the epidemic either. Actually, grills have been appearing and disappearing and reappearing throughout human history, and it fits in spurts of civilization has risen and fallen around the world. Tracing their story reveals threads of ancient misogyny, class warfare, and loss of scientific study artifacts. Ooh. With West India immigrants and native New Yorkers alike, gold teeth became a fashion statement. I started seeing everyday guys and girls, drug dealers, and hood stars wearing them, Hanif said. New Yorkers called them gold fronts back then. There's a song, okay. Many fashion-forward kids had a pair as a way to show their wealth, like the ancient Mayan Etruscans before them. By the mid-'80s, Slick Rick was wearing grills in videos like Lottie Dottie, Lottie Dottie. Okay. Big Daddy K and Cool G rap followed soon after. With rap, grills grew into a look for the rich and famous. Oh, look, they said the ancient Egyptians never actually wore grills. That's a myth, but don't tell Katy Perry. Back in 2014, she dressed all Cleopatra-like and shoved a grill in her gob for the opulent video to not her so opulent single, Dark Horse, backed by a budget that could feed a continent. Why they eat her up like this? $1 million on the glip. Like, I would never. I could have 50 billion bands. Like, I could have $500 billion. I will never. I'm not saying nothing about no girls. Obviously I like them. I'm researching them. But then, they really ate her up though. And I see why. Because that's now that's a little insane. Like, where is the limit? Okay, I do want to try to finish putting the mood board together at least, so we can have something going. But I don't know if I'm be able to. Also, it bugs me when somebody. I feel like I'm able to vent over here, so please comment if I'm wrong. But if y'all understand me, please. I just hate when, I don't want to say hate, I need to stop saying that word, but I dislike when people are like posting, like they're being consistent, they're posting content, and don't let them, please do not let them get like 10,000 followers in like 3 weeks or something, or like 2 weeks, or get like 1 million views on a post. All of a sudden they are now a social media guru, and they are going to give you 20 tips in 20 days of how to get your account like that, when all they did was post. And I know a lot of people try to like, I know a lot of people actually make it personal, like lessons they learned and things like that. However, I just want to see something else. Like, and that's why personally I have just turned away from content a little bit, not in a bad, not told in totality like that, but I have really took a step out of it. And that's when I made that video of I lost the plot, because that's how I felt. Like, I felt like I was like trying to follow the equation. It just wasn't working for me, and I was trying to be a certain way and follow a certain trajectory, and it was just like, girl, you know you don't want that. I had to look back at some of those videos I made, especially the first one I made when I kind of started taking this channel even more seriously and like changing it to design and showing my journey building Fizzle Agency. I seriously looked at that video and I was like, yeah, that's that reason. Like, I started off good and that's the reason. Like I mentioned to y'all in the video, I was like, man, I'm trying to do this, I'm trying to do that. Damn, I want to, oh yeah, and I felt like I was just trying to balance it all of just like, hey, I'm trying to do this, I'm trying to do this agency, I want it to be this type of way, this type of agency, I want to shoot for the stars here, I want to go this far with it, I want it to look like this. And I knew all that stuff, but at the same time, like, I was kind of just relying on social media, I would say, to get me there in a sense. And not saying that I gave up on that, because I still be posting, and I genuinely like to share my journey. Obviously, sharing your work, it does go a long way on social media, and I'm not going to discredit that. But I needed to take a step back personally, because I felt like I was chasing after the social media part more than like actually building and structuring and getting the agency together. And call it what you want. I know some people had commented like, oh, you can still do both and blah blah blah. Girl, I couldn't. I couldn't. And so that's why y'all don't see me post on here as much. I know y'all be like, girl, post more. I can't. I was playing, but it's hard. Genuinely. Damn, it's about to delete all of this stuff. Why is it doing all that? Hold on, y'all. Oh, period. I was trying to do like Command Shift I delete, and it was grabbing everything. So, period. But that worked too. I like this too. Just gonna grab it, put it on the other board. I'm really attracted to blue right now for all of this. It just, even though I have this, I might have to change this out and put like this. Oops. Oh, hello. And then I finally was like able to come back. I re-strategized everything. A lot of stuff you guys see today is very on purpose, very intentional, very thought out a little bit more. And I'm still trying to figure it out day by day. I feel like I'm finding it, but I'm still getting there. And I'm working on it. That's all I can say, is that I'm working on it and it's going to happen. I'm just trying to take my time. I've been learning to structure things in the way I want my agency to go. So that's been period point blank. And once I made this decision, and another big factor of me making that decision was I had got a brand, not a brand deal, but like a YouTube integration offer by a brand, and it was my first one. I was so excited, and I was like, yes, yes, yes. At the same time, I was also just now starting to have these like conversations with my boyfriend and even with myself, and just feeling like I'm balancing too much, I'm trying to do too much. What is the goal? Like, what should I focus on first and stick with, and what should be like on the side, kind of. It was either like do content for real or do this agency for real, and I didn't want to put the agency on the side. I wanted to do this, and I ended up turning down the integration. It was supposed to be like a design with me and like integrate the software into it and stuff like that, but I was like, that's not my journey. That's not my route. I'm not saying that I won't ever do one if it comes up again, but it really has to align with what I'm trying to do. And the question I had to ask myself was just like, girl, do you want to do this? Like, do you want to do these brand deals like this, or would you rather have the company come to you for a Fistlaw agency and then you run like a full campaign for them? Which is like some opportunities that I would like for Fistlaw agency, and I've been trying to work on. I was close one time, but this is like real things. Like, I've seen it happen, I've seen it done where, girl, you know what, you know you don't want to do that like that, and it's okay. Oh, that does not, it's grandma's hands. I've been trying to make grandma work here, but I'm gonna have to find some different grandma hands and see. But I really like this. It's simple. It gets to my point of wanting to integrate Black culture. I'll probably do a full deck, so watch out for my making the agency video. So yeah, that was my decision. That's why y'all just don't see me on here as much, but it's really for better reasons, and I had to really figure out where I wanted to go. It's one thing to have like goals, and another thing to know exactly what those goals are, so you can really place yourself and, you know, pray about it and ask God to put you in the right positions to get there, rather than just trying to shoot your shot everywhere, which is what I felt like I was doing. I was just like, boom, let me try that, boom, let me try that. And that's fine, but it's just, it wasn't aligning, and I think it showed. Obviously, yes, clients do come from posting and stuff as well, so I do try to post, but the short form stuff always comes first. So if you're not following me on Instagram, on TikTok, then you're missing out, because that's where you'll see me the most. These YouTube videos take a long time. Once I like surrendered and was like, I need to step back a little and figure this out for real, I literally got one of my best clients I've worked with, still working with to this day. Since then, since November, I have been booked with at least 1 to 2 clients a month, in like smaller jobs, like hourly jobs and stuff like that. So it's been very, very rewarding to at least figure that part out. I hope y'all learned something from this video. I hope it was inspiring for you to try to create content, or just create in general in a different way, and push yourself to research and read and dive into things deeper, just for the sake of saying F the algorithm, like, because it's not you. Even if you do create original content, I just want you to know it's not you, it's the algorithm. Trust me, it's the algorithm. If you enjoyed this yap session and this talk, please comment down below your favorite part. I would love to know y'all's opinions on things and whatnot, and I hope to share more of this project with you guys soon. I'll definitely try to put a lot more time into it. I have some extra time. Yeah, I will talk to y'all later. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, do all the things to boost this video more. If you want to share it with friends, do that. I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.